Welcome to this episode of Most Conspiracy Theories Are Stupid. I'm your host, Wink Martindale. Today's episode, Dale Earnhardt Sr. is still alive. Let's get right to the hard-hitting facts that this conspiracy theorist brings to the table.
I'm picking up your sarcasm.
Well, I should hope so, because I'm laying it on pretty thick.
And before showing the footage, I find it pretty interesting. Here you see, of course, the 33 on the side of the door and the top of the car itself for the 33.
Yeah, no. Dale Earnhardt Sr.'s car is number 3, not 33. They put multiple numbers on the car to make it easier to read. What you're looking at is a 3 on the door and a 3 on the hood. 3, not 33.
And also Ken Schrader's car as well with the M and M. You turn the two M sideways for your 33 and your 36 car.
So now we're turning M's sideways to make 3s. Couldn't we turn it the opposite direction and make E's? Or couldn't we also take Dale Earnhardt Sr.'s car, the number 3, and turn that upside down and make M's? What does that mean?
Let's get right to the footage itself. Many people have seen it. And of course, relatively compared to all the accidents people have seen when it comes to stock car racing, very minor in comparison to where people have walked out of major crashes. Take a look at the footage.
While his car owner, here's what happened up in turn 3. Oof.
Well, this is huge because you go.
Again, relatively to compared to other car crashes, and this being a supposed fatal car crash, just as in past a smell test. Of course, Dale Earnhardt Sr. sitting in the driver's seat on the left-hand side and not taking the full brunt of the impact. And I believe they basically fabricated this whole entire story with the broken seatbelt, and this is what caused the crash because, again, this supposed crash where you see here once again doesn't seem like it's enough. And it isn't. I don't believe this is enough to kill someone.
All right, let's get into this. A physics major, this guy is not. First of all, the car is going about 160 mile an hour. I'm being conservative with that number. Let's say 160 mile an hour when it hits that wall. I don't see why you think the car hitting on the driver's side has anything to do with the impact. The car is going from about 160 mile an hour to, let's say, 40, 50 mile an hour in a split second. Dale Earnhardt Sr. is inside that car. He's taking that full brunt of all of that energy.
Was removed
Take a look at the ambulance.
See the ambulance
Right off.
him directly to Halifax Medical
Not
Center.
in
Daytona Beach,
obviously,
fortunately,
in any type
is
of
about 2
hurry.
miles from the speedway.
Yeah, just a guess or maybe a theory here why the ambulance is not moving very fast or not in a hurry is that possibly Dale Earnhardt Sr. was already dead.
Something else I want to point out, of course, Dale Earnhardt Sr. being an experienced driver.
During our telecast, tune into Victory
Does
Lane
it
at 9
look
p.m.
like
on Fox Sports Net
this
tonight.
was a controlled crash? If you're going to basically fabricate a crash, this is a more likely scenario than any other scenario that could be possibly put out there.
You serious, Clark?
Absolutely not. If I was going to fabricate a wreck, I definitely would not drive straight into a cement wall. I probably would turn it and crash into the infield, maybe flip it over or something. I definitely would not drive directly into a cement wall.
I don't like that. That's not the kind of crash. That's the kind of crash that hurts you.
Sounds like the announcer had foreknowledge to me.
Foreknowledge, or maybe he's been around NASCAR long enough to know a serious wreck when he sees one.
Kenny, let me ask you, I know you've been thrown this question several times and you're just getting out of the care center, but you made your way over to Dale's situation. What's going on there?
I don't really know. I'm not a doctor. I mean, I got the heck out of the way as soon as they got there.
And how about yourself? How are you?
I'm fine. I'm fine. Just thinking about Dale and them guys.
Can you take us through those final
I don't know
moments
what
there?
happened.
I don't know what happened. There's a serious situation going on, and you see that big smile on his face.
All of a sudden, we was all crashing. It was started behind me, but I got part of it.
Big smile on his face. To me, it looks like he's fighting back tears because he knows what happened.
Again, I'm going to continue on here. I want to show some footage. of a previous race, a previous event involving, again, Dale Earnhardt Sr. at the Talladega Speedway back in July 28, 1996. Take a look at this footage and look at the severity. And it's going to, again, draw some questions. Take a look.
Earnhardt on the inside and Sterling Marlin outside.
And Ernie going with Earnhardt on the inside. That's going to happen.
Now watch this. Stop right there. He crashes on the driver's side. The car does a complete turn where, again, basically, he's hitting on the driver's side of the wall. Continue on. Take a look here. Car flips over, gets hit, gets smashed. I'm not going to stop it. Just continue on and watch what happens here.
Earnhardt's number 3. Head on into the wall at 190 miles an hour.
He almost got upside down. That car got very high off the ground.
And they're going
he gets out.
Cut him out of the car. And Earnhardt is on his feet. Dale Earnhardt attempting
one extreme to the other.
All right, I'll go over my thoughts on this second crash and kind of both crashes. I don't know why you keep talking about the side the car hits on, that it hit on the passenger side or it hit on the driver's side. It really doesn't matter. What matters is how quickly that car comes to a stop. The wreck where it hits on the passenger side, it's almost hitting directly. It didn't hit head on, but it's almost hitting directly into that wall. The second crash, the car turns more than a 90-degree angle, and it hits that wall. And then not only after it hits that wall, so it's not hitting as directly, and after it hits that wall, you see it coming off of that wall, and the car is still moving at a pretty good rate of speed as it's going down that track and as other cars hit it. The longer it takes for all that energy to disperse, the better off Dale Earnhardt Sr. is. It's pretty simple. Thanks again for watching this episode of Most Conspiracy Theories Are Stupid. Once again, I'm your host, Wink Martindale.